guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I have got some stitching to show you, which is really exciting. I managed, so my dad has just gone. He went, when did he go? Last week before last. He was here for 3 weeks. And you know, I don't think he realised quite how stressed and absolutely exhausted I was. So he basically made me put a plan together with days off where I could just not do anything and just stitch. He also said that I wasn't too, bless him, he was making like all of these demands, but nice demands. He was also saying that like 6 o'clock needs to be cut off for the horses, even though I'm probably not going to put them out until 8. It's Saturday the 16th and it's currently about 16 minutes past 6. So I fed the horses in the stalls that need to go out in the evening because they go out at night. And I haven't done the feeds for the other horses yet, but I'll do those at the same time. But now it started raining. So I was going to just do this video and then go and do the horses and then come back. But I think I'm now going to have to wait until after 8 until it stopped raining because I'm not feeding horses in the rain. So anyway, way back when he was here, the temperature was like in the 90s. And you know, you really couldn't do anything until like 7, 8 o'clock at night anyway. But it just meant that every night was always late. So I'd get in from doing the horses like 8:30. And then we would like sit down for a gin and tonic for like half an hour, just to kind of decompress. And then I would start the dinner and then we'd eat at like 9:30, 10 o'clock sometimes. And then my dad would have a shower, I would have a shower, and then that's it, bedtime. There was just no time to do any stitching. And I think I was really tired as well, because, not tired, but groggy, because I wasn't doing any stitching. And I need that in my life. I need to be doing stitching because I need that downtime, and I have all these projects that I need to continue working on to actually get a finish, and I wasn't doing it. So he made me put a plan together to have days off, to make sure that the horses were done by like 6 o'clock, and then I had my evenings so that we weren't eating until like 9 o'clock at night, and then like literally showering and going to bed. So I've done that. And I've got a pretty good set week now. I have one of my boarders, I pay her on Sunday night and then all day Monday to do the horses. So I do the horses in the morning on Sunday, and then she does them Sunday night and then all day Monday. So it means that if I want, I can get away from the business, the yards, you know, and just sort of chill out a bit and not have to worry about getting back for a certain time. So that's really good, and it has really helped. So my new schedule is, because then also he said, you also need to put in a day for maintenance. Oh my God, because I've got so much maintenance to do here. You know, I've got a huge amount of acreage to try and maintain, and it's just so difficult to maintain that. It's just really difficult to maintain the acreage. I feel like I'm constantly on the bush hog. Well, actually I'm not. That's the reason it's got into this state in the first place. The point is, I need to make time to be on the bush hog. I think that's the point he was making. But, you know, it's really overwhelming. So I did start with the area around me and the 3 fields that the horses were in. So I've bush hogged all of that area and around my camper, and it looks amazing. And it's really steered me on to do the rest because it looks so good. So Monday is my day off, and all I do is stitching. I don't do anything. I don't do cleaning. I don't do anything. I stick Downton Abbey on and I watch Downton Abbey all day, or Gogglebox, because now I've got a VPN for the English. I have now got a VPN for the English TV. So now I get all of the English TV. So this year I can watch Strictly. I'm so happy about that. And I've got all 18 seasons of Gogglebox. So I kid you not, I literally started from season 1 and I'm working my way through all of the seasons. I think I'm like season 5 at the moment. And it's so funny to see, you know, all the people that were on it before. and you know, what people are watching. So for those of you that don't know what Gogglebox is, because I don't think it's in America, and I know this sounds really out there and random, but what it is there's certain things that come on the TV, and there's families that watch those things on the TV, and you are watching them watch TV. Now, I know that sounds like completely random, but some of these people are hilarious. Some of the like one-liners that come out of these people is just so funny. And I think there is only one family that I know, which are the Siddiquis. Yeah, there's only one family that has gone from season 1 all the way to season 18, and they're I think they're a Pakistani family, and they live in Derby, and you know, they're great fun as well. But Jenny and Lee are my favourite. I don't think the place would be the same without Mary and Giles. And I tell you who I really miss, who were in the early seasons because they were hilarious, is Steph and Dom. I love that couple. They're absolutely brilliant. Mary and Giles have got a really funny relationship. Giles, I swear Giles just pushes Mary's buttons just to wind her up, and they've almost got like a love-hate relationship. Mary, sometimes it feels like Mary hates him. Like every single time he does something, it seems to like really piss her off. And she's like, I'm going to spray you, I'm going to get the spray bottle. And she's like next to this bookshelf, and on the bookshelf she's got like a spray bottle. So when he does something or says something that annoys her, she sprays him. It is quite funny. But I am going through all of that at the moment. And I think unless you watch it, you're not going to really grasp the comedy aspect. I mean, it is so funny. Some, you know, they'll watch gory things, and they'll watch really funny things, and they'll watch things like I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which is something else that we don't have here. And it's just so great to get everyone's reactions, and it is just hilarious. So anyway, I'm addicted to that. So I'm going through all the seasons again. Downton Abbey I'm going through all over again as well, because it's just like my happy place. I can put that on and I can just do my stitching, and because I've watched it like 9 times, every single season, every single episode, every single season I've seen about 9 times, I can just put it on in the background and I don't have to worry about it. But I don't have to worry about watching it. So I was saying Monday is my day off, Tuesday is my maintenance day, Wednesday and Thursday I am helping out my feed store, the stock market, which I'm allowed to do because I've already spoken to my immigration lawyer, and as long as I'm invoicing them for the work that I'm doing with them, then that's absolutely fine. I'm not breaking any rules. Friday is my admin day, where I get on top of all of my admin, which I haven't really been doing. This Friday, my car decided to blow up. My head gasket went, and luckily I was actually going to West Walton Feeds because they stock my turmeric, and they hadn't really sold a lot of it. So when I spoke to Jennifer, the girl that runs it, I said, have you got any turmeric left? She's like, yeah, I've got some turmeric, because I had an order and I hadn't made any up, and honestly it's such a ball ache to make up. So I was like, okay, I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna take a turmeric and take it out with your receiving. And she's like, okay. So anyway, I drove up there to go and get it, and my car started going boom, 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 like loss of power. And at the time I was on the phone to my dad. Like I've got a little sticky thing, a magnet on my the back of my phone with a phone holder. So I was WhatsApping my dad, but we were talking hands-free. And I was like, oh my God, Dad, what's that? And he was like, what do you mean? I said that the car doesn't have any power. So he said, okay, we'll pull over on the side of the road, and he said put it in neutral and then rev the engine, because there may be some like mess in the fuel filter. So I was like, oh okay. So anyway, I pulled over, there was no power. I was like literally foot down, flat, nothing. And I said to him, oh my God, what's going on? And he said, well, I don't really know, that doesn't really sound normal. So I said to him, like, I am about 1.5 miles from West Walton Feed and Tack. Why didn't this happen like just outside there? Anyway, I don't know what happened, but somehow I got power back to the car. And I said, look, Dad, I've got power back to the car. I'm going to drive to West Walton, and then if it dies there, it dies there. That's fine. Anyway, wow. I literally got to West Walton Feed. My car died just as I was pulling into the car park. Luckily, there were no cars. And I spoke to Jennifer, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm really sorry. My car's broken down. I don't really know what to do. And she said, well, there was a guy there that was doing something to do with the computers, but he was a vehicle maintenance guy. He knew about vehicles. So he said, like, let me have a look at it for you. I opened up the bonnet of my car. There was like shit everywhere. Like, there was crap all over the engine. Like, I don't really know. I mean, he said it was antifreeze. So he said, your head gasket's gone. I was like, great, brilliant. The one thing that I really needed to go is my head gasket, and it's gone. So anyway, my car was full of horse feed. So I was like, what do I do now? So I phoned my friend, Lynn, who looks after Georgie. And she said, don't worry, I'll come pick you up. And I'm like, Lynn, what the hell do I do now? She's like, well, you're going to have to get another car. I'm like, I haven't got any money to get another car. I'm literally poor. I don't have any savings. I've got no emergency funds for anything. So how the hell am I going to afford a car? And I need something semi-decent because I don't want it to, you know, break down. So she said, well, you can go somewhere like CarMax. Anyway, I had a look and I found a car at CarMax, which was a 2018 Nissan Rogue. I can't remember how many miles it done. It was white. Worst decision of my life. Anyway, so I ended up buying this car. And when I bought it, I knew that like it wasn't right. I had this sixth sense, but then the guy that sold it to me said, look, you know, you've got 10 days to return it. If you don't like the car, you can just return it and just pick another one. I was like, okay, so, and then I can just go through all the financials again and just, you know, redo it on the next car. Right, okay, fine. Anyway, I got halfway down the road and the pressure light came on. And then the seatbelt light came on. And the air conditioning didn't work. And I mean, air conditioning in Georgia, really? I mean, it is a prerequisite. Like, you have to have, it is seriously health. It will really ruin you if you don't have air conditioning. What else was going wrong? I don't know. It just didn't fit right. Anyway, so this was the Monday that I went to get the car. And I specifically said to my friend Tracy, who took me up there, we went to the one in Athens, I want to do this on Monday because if for any reason I end up having an issue and I've got to take the car back, I need that extra day. So she was like, yep, that's fine. I can take you on Tuesday. Anyway, so I got the car because I thought, well, if anything, it's like, I know this is really rude. If anything, it's a free rental for the day, right? So I took the car. I didn't even drive it anywhere. I drove it home, I parked it up, and then the next day I made arrangements to go and see another car, which is a car that I have now, which is a black Nissan Rogue, and I'll pop a picture in here. It's absolutely lovely. Oh my goodness. I'm probably paying more than I need to be paying for it. It was basically the cheapest car I could get. I think my monthly pay on that is like $350 at 17%. I mean, it's a freaking killer. So what I've decided is I am just going to, when I get the land in December, I'm just going to borrow some more money and then I'm just going to pay the car off. So it's a done deal. So I'm paying, you know, way less in interest than I am now. I mean, 17%, I mean, that's a killer. So anyway, for me, it wasn't about the percentage, it was about what I could afford each month. Well, I can't even afford that. I mean, I really cannot afford this. The money that I was earning from the stock market, that was supposed to be paying off my debts. Now it's paying for my bloody car. But you know what? You've got to count your blessings. At least I could get a car. I mean, that's the main thing. If I didn't have a car, I mean, I didn't have a car for the whole weekend because this happened on the Friday. And I tell you what, I've never felt so all over the place in my life. I just felt completely all over the place. So Friday is my admin day. Saturday is a kind of a free-for-all, and that is taken up with whatever I need to do. Sometimes I have clients, and sometimes, which I found out today, which is the 16th, the Saturday, I have joined like a stitchy community probably, and every third Saturday a group of ladies from around my area, Monroe, Athens, you know, kind of within a hour's commute, I guess, meet for a get together and a chat and some stitching. And I went today for the first time and it was really nice, and I felt well, for one, I was late. That's never good, is it? I couldn't get my bloody goat in the car, but that's another story. So I managed to get there for about 11 o'clock, so I was like an hour's late, which is never good. So I kind of walk into this room and with all these ladies, and I'm like, hi guys. They're like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good. And I just go in and like get a spare chair, sit down next to a lovely lady. I'm not going to use names because I know they watch this and I don't want people to feel kind of awkward. But we had a bit of a chat and she's lovely. Actually, actually, you know what? All the ladies were lovely, but the two that I sat next to, we had a bit of a chat and that was really nice. And you know, I'm a really extrovert person and I'm really outgoing, but I don't like going to a room with people I don't know. I mean, I don't like doing anything where there's all these people that I don't know. So I felt like really awkward, and my dad will be the first to tell you that I'm a gobby cow. But I know I do come across as that. But I'm well out of my comfort zone when it comes to meeting new people, especially if I'm in a whole entire group of people that I don't know. Now, it's not so bad if I turn up with someone that I know. I didn't know anyone. But you know what? They went out of their way to make me feel welcome, to make me feel that I belonged there, and that, you know, it was just such a nice day. I haven't had a day like that for a long time. You know, normally I'm kind of chasing my tail, trying to get stuff done and finish stuff, and you know, and it was from 10 till 2, and it was just a really nice day. So I want to thank them, because I'm not too sure if anyone's going to watch this. They may do, but I want to thank you, lovely ladies, for making me feel so welcome, and I cannot wait till the next one. Really excited. So I got to do that. Other than that, nothing really crazy has happened. Like, I mean, I haven't burnt my house down. I mean, wow, actually, yeah, I didn't burn my house down, but I set fire to my microwave, if that's kind of in the same caliber. I put some popcorn in there the other day, and I need to start reading the instructions. So I put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. Yeah. I didn't realise that you can set popcorn on fire until I actually did. And I had this really horrible smell coming out of the microwave, and I was like, what the bloody hell is that? Anyway, I've got flames coming out of the popcorn bag. So I literally grab it and throw it into my sink, put the water on. There is probably a reason why, I don't know if you can see that red thing there, that's a fire blanket. There's probably a reason why my friend bought me a fire blanket for my birthday. She knows me so well. But when I went to get another packet, because I was really, really upset that I'd set fire to my popcorn, it said, like, put it in for like 2.5 minutes, but do not put it in for 3. So I learned from that very quickly. But my microwave stinks. It does smell like someone set fire to the microwave. It still works, which is great. But yeah, it's absolutely gross. And what else has happened? I have got some stitchy kindness from a lovely lady in Australia. She has bought, and this is really cute. I mean, she obviously watches my channel because she knows I've got a Georgie. She gave me this. So this is a project. Look at that. How cute is that? So I can do that. I know I've got the light, I'm sorry, but it is really, really cute, isn't it? Isn't that sweet? So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. It's really, really sweet of you. And there was a really, really lovely, she put like just a really lovely note inside it as well. Now, I don't want to kind of tell everyone because, you know, it's personal, isn't it? But it was just really sweet and such a lovely thought. And she's got, look at these, I can show you these. Isn't that gorgeous? So thoughtful. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. You know who you are. And so that was nice. So I got some haul. I did get some haul. I am doing a sal with Tan, the monogamous stitcher. And we have decided to do a couple of, I'm going to take them out of the wrapper because it's really, really shiny. So Autumn on the Square by Scissortail Designs. Now I got mine from 123 Stitch. I think she got hers from 123 Stitch as well. So this is Autumn on the Square. And they are really, really cute. Now, me being me and as thick as stones, thought that they were like proper fully grown cushions. Obviously didn't put 2 and 2 together when the called for fabric size was 9 by 13. I'm not really too sure what I thought I expected. So my fabric is 28 counts, and I've got this, the opalescent, because I love opalescent. Now this isn't the call for fabric, the call for fabric is something else. But I love this. But look how tiny that is. And I kid you not, I'll show you in a minute because I've done some stitching today. The cushion is like this big. I mean, it's tiny. It's not even that big, probably this. It's 47 stitches by 47 stitches. That is how small it is. It's absolutely tiny. So I think, and I need some input here, I am going to do 3 of them. 3 of, hang on 1 second. All 3, and instead of doing, you know, individual cushions like this, I think I'm going to do them on individual patterns and then put them in, like, you know, one of those frames that has got like the 3 separate pictures. And so I also bought winter because, you know what the crazy thing is that I don't really love winter as a season because, you know, people that have horses will tell you that winter is the worst. But I absolutely love this one as well. So I bought this one too. And that's one of the other reasons why I got the opalescent, because I thought that would look really nice. So this one is as small. Yeah, 47 by 47. And this only requires 3 different colours. This one requires 5 different colours. So I mean, it's really not expensive. You know, you need 1 skein of each. But Tan from the monogamous stitcher, she reached out to me actually and asked if I wanted to do we started talking. I don't know actually if she reached out to me or I reached out to her, one of the 2 anyway. We've always been in contact. I would go as far as saying that she's a friend of mine, and she's actually, no, do you know what, I watched her video and I reached out to her and I said, and it was the first time that I had seen the pattern, and she said, yeah, it's such and such and you can get them at 123 Stitch and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh my god, I really, really love it and I really want to get it. So, and then she reached out and she said, do you want to do a sow? Do you want to do like the stitching together? And I was just like, oh my gosh, yes. Now, had that been, you know, a couple of months ago, I would have been like, oh, I'm going to level you, Tan, like I literally have no time. But I'm making time for myself. The barn is not finished. I've got a friend coming out on Sunday for 3 weeks, and he is going to help me do some bits. My dad is then coming out. My mum's then coming out. My dad is coming out before my mum. Oh, it's so confusing. So he's coming out for 3 weeks. Then my dad's coming out after that. I don't know when, because my dad's in England at the moment. He hasn't even talked about when he's coming out, but he wants to come out to kind of tidy the place up, you know, just finish everything off. I have got some pictures of what we've got so far, so I'll leave those at the end. But it's just like the finishing off. Like, I just need to finish the painting. I need to finish getting the solarium divider up. I just need to finish doing the staining of the stalls. I mean, we're pretty much there. We need to get the mats in. So yeah, probably look at doing that. Just a general tidy up. And then we need to kind of, you know, make sure the outside looks really nice and, you know, get some landscaping in. And I've already got some mulch to go around the outside of the barn. So yeah, we just need to finish it off, ready for open day. And so he's going to come out and help me with that. So anyway, I've got my friend Mark coming out for 3 weeks. Then my dad's coming out after that. And then my mum's coming out on the 13th of October. So I'm kind of going to be busy with people. However, I can do some stitching with Mark because, like, he's a mate, so it doesn't really matter about him. But You know, even though my dad would say to me, go and have a day off. You know, he laid all the pavias in the barn. Every single pavia, he was on his hands and knees and he was laying every single pavia. And he used to say to me, because, you know, I hadn't had a day off in 9 months, go inside, make yourself a cup of tea, put a TV on and do some stitching. And you know what? I couldn't do it. I could not come in and sit in here and do stitching and have a day off whilst he's out there grafting on his hands and knees, putting my pavies down. So yes, I came in, but I was working. I was doing, you know, Facebook ads or trying to get some, you know, business, you know, trying to sort out my apparel, which has gone live now, adding my apparel on fair.com, which is also live. So, you know, I was happy to come in and work, but I wasn't going to come in and just do stitching. I just couldn't do it. That's not that's not in my remit. He was supposed to come out and help me, and he did it all himself. Like, he did all of it, because I was trying to, you know, juggle clients and this, that and the other. So anyway, it's all a bit crazy. So the other thing I wanted to tell you is last month, do you remember me telling you that I had this pattern and I swear I started it and I don't know where the pattern went? Well, today I was looking for a Q-snap and I went into my stitchy box down the bottom. Guess where it was? It was in my stitchy box down at the bottom. So this is where I got to. I knew that I got somewhere. However, I do like it, but I don't love it. And you know what I'm like. I'm just a freaking nightmare. So guess what? Actually, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Right. So I restarted it before I found it, okay? And let me tell you, I absolutely love the colours I've chosen. So I've still gone with a variegated thread. 1 second, let me grab it. However, by the way, I whipped it up and whipped it down really quick. This is Blue Rhapsody, and it's not the law to do the blue, but I am doing this in colourway 29. Do you know what? I kid you not. I let my cat in earlier, Socks, the black one, okay? And he came in after I clean the litter tray. I feel like I do the litter tray like 3 or 4 times a day, because this is what happens. The bloody animal comes in, uses the litter tray, and then wants to go back outside again after he's been out all day. What's that all about? Garfield, you're doing exactly the same thing. You can go outside and you can have a pee. But no, he wants to use my nice clean litter tray. Fantastic. I give up. Anyway, so this is colourway 29 and these are Rose to Me. Oh no, actually this is AMO. Okay, this is AMO. Usually I use Rose to Me. I think I just had these left over. Anyway, so AMO, and this is a thread that I got from Silks For You a while back, but I haven't used it yet. Look how beautiful that is. It's got a really nice variegation in, and this one is slightly darker. I mean, I know you can't really see it in the light, but it does make a difference, I promise. Oh, there's the other one. I was looking for that. Yeah, it does make a difference. Oh, yes, okay. No, so this is Rose to Me. They're the ones, that's what I'm using for this. And this AMO, I'm using for something else. So yeah, 29. So these are the 2 colours I'm using. I'm using the variegated Silks For You P109 and, no, 129. I'm sorry, it's number 129. 129. And the Rose to Me, okay? Look at this. This is just beyond stunning. And I freaking love it. Isn't that beautiful? Now you can see the dark, where the dark is. It's just a little bit more delicate, and I think that's why I like it. It's just a little bit more delicate than, let me show you the other one, where I think you've got a real difference in colour, and I think it's just a little bit bold. You know, I just don't know if it really flows because it's a completely different colour. I think the purples blend a bit better. I think that's probably a really good word for it. Now, that's not to say that I'm not going to finish that one. I may finish it. But this, I absolutely love the colours. I love this colour. I just, oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous. This is stitched on 32 count, 2/2, and it's the Silvery Moon from 123 Stitch. That's where I get this from. So it's like a slight light grey colour. It's almost the colour of my walls, minus the dirt, because my walls are grim right now. So that is the first project I worked on. Oh, I freaking love those colours. The second one I worked on was, and I can't tell you how many stitches I did in that because I don't use Pattern Keeper. Let me just put these away. Okay. The second one is, might as well do this one. Dahlia. Now, I've kind of given up, if you've noticed, on the Whip Go. I just, you know, it's August now, and I really haven't done anything, so I've kind of given up. I'll do another one next year. Anyway, so this is Dahlia, Yellow Dahlia, by Carol Cavaleris. I love this project. In fact, the ladies today were saying, I really want you to bring a Hayden, so I might bring Yellow Dahlia because it's so pretty, and it's just a friendly, it's just, I don't know, it just it's such a friendly like pattern, you know, it's happy and vibrant, and you know, it's absolutely lovely. So on this one I did 245 stitches. It's a bit crap really, and I did 2.2%. However, I didn't do 2.2%, I'm at 2.2%. However, every little helps, as Tesco says. So yes, I only did 240 stitches, but I worked on 5 projects this month. Now for me, that's good. I mean, considering I hardly get any stitching time. And I've done all this in a couple of weeks. Now I know it's like the 16th today, and I know I'm like really, really late, but I do promise you that you only have to wait another 2 weeks and then you'll get another video, and it will be another 2 weeks. It won't be crazy because I am doing stitching now. So let me find my, here we go. So this is where you saw it last time. Actually, I'm gonna like just put it on the screen. Here we are. Now I think, oh God, what did I work on? I have no idea. You know, this was more than yesterday, so I don't even know. I think I worked in this area here, maybe this area down here. I'm really not sure right now. So like, if I hold it back, then you can see the before, and you'll be able to see. So there we are. But yeah, so I'm stitching that on 20 count 1/1. That's my favourite count. I love 20 count 1/1. Just find it the easier count. So I worked on that one, and I worked on, I just worked on the projects I wanted to work on. And then I worked on All Hallows Eve, which is Donna Gelsinger's artwork, and I love this, and I love it because it is a nice bulky colour project, so I can just stick something in the background on TV, and then I can just stitch away, and you know, I'll get a bit done. So on this one I stitched 758 stitches, and I'm at 15.5%. Ow. Okay, so this is where I am at now. So my suit, actually I'll put it here. Again, 20 count 1/1. I think I stitched this bit down here. I think I stitched a bit down here. I kind of filled in the blanks. as well. So almost 1,000 stitches on that, not quite, but love it. Again, absolutely love this one. One of my favourites. And sticking with the theme, I don't know why I had like a Halloweeny theme this month, but I did. I also stitched on Lisa Parker's Story Keep, Rise of the Witches. And I did, oh okay, sorry. So the All Hallows Eve I did, oh okay, no, I'm sorry. So I lied. All Hallows Eve I did 670 stitches and I'm at 2%. Wishful thinking being 15%. I'm at 2%. Rise of the Witches, which is this one, I did 758 stitches. And this one, I'm at 15.5%. I thought that looked a bit odd. I was like, 15%, okay. Right, so here we are. Again, this is a 20 count, 1/1. And here we are. Now, I know for a fact that I definitely worked in this area here, and I think I worked in this area here. Let me show you. I definitely did a bit in here as well. Yeah, I think I'm just going to start sort of bringing this down now and across. But yeah, I love working with this one. I definitely have almost finished the little star, so that's great. It's exciting. So yeah, I've done quite a bit on that one this month. I will bring out some different projects next month. I will, promise. I think both of those that you saw last month. So I will definitely start bringing out other projects as well. And then last but not least, the one that I've just shown you, the project that I just bought, which I have no idea what I just did with. Oh, no, that's not it. Where did you put it? Oh, here. This one here. I started it today at the Stitchy Club. I'm actually starting this one, the autumn. And this will give you a perspective on how big it is. It's really tiny, so obviously this will come across here and that will come down there, and that's how big that one piece is. So it's really tiny. I mean, I guess I don't know what I really expected. I don't think that I'd really thought about it. I don't think I knew what I was doing, really. Just that I thought, oh, they're really nice. I genuinely thought that they were massive cushions, you know, like the 12 by 12 cushions. So yeah, they weren't. So what I might do is I might do each stitch on, I don't think I've even got this amount of space this side, you know, stupidly, had I thought about it, I probably could have fit two on one. But anyway, I didn't. So yeah, I was supposed to be, honestly, I didn't realise how small these were. I would have moved this into the middle otherwise. So I am just gonna use this fabric, cut it. I probably maybe have some space, you know, to do the other one after I've cut this one out. We'll see. But yeah, the dinky. So, I mean, it's great because I might get, you know, I might have a chance of actually finishing it this month. So that's good. But yeah, so excited about that. Now, oh, do you know what the other thing I was really excited about? But do you know what? This is really annoying. My car doesn't have a front number plate. With my new car, oh, I've got itchy nose, sorry. I bought the obligatory plate for the front of my car. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to buy a nice sparkly one that's brand new and sparkly and not orange, because my other one's orange, and it hasn't got a front frickin' number plate on it. Tag, whatever you call it out here. So I obviously bought its brother, you know, so this is going to go on the back of my car, but it just doesn't, I'm so gutted, doesn't have the same. I did love actually having you know, the Union Jack tag on the front of my other car, or just on any car, because I thought, you know, it really was, it is how I identify. Do you know what I mean? I identified me as a person, and anyone could go in the car park and go, oh yeah, Holly's here, because they could see my tag, you know? So I am really, really gutted. But next time, I'm going to make sure I do the real girly thing, and I'm going to make sure, I'm going to keep it. I was going to send it back. I was like, do you know what, sod it. In 2 years' time, you're getting rid of that anyway, and you'll get something better. So what I've decided is I'm going to keep it, and then I'm going to buy a car with a front tag. So I'm going to do a girly thing. I'm going to buy the car because it's got a front tag, not because it's a good car. So I can put this on it, but I'm sure I can find one. Yeah, I was just really, really gutted. I've got a Nissan Rogue, that's what it is. A black one. It's all sexy. Honestly, I've never had such a nice car. I have leather seats, which is great, until yesterday I got in it and it was 100 degrees outside, and I literally jumped off. I was wearing shorts. I have never jumped off a seat so quick in my life. It was like freaking boiling. So in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, that wasn't a smart decision. Leather seats in, my cat's chasing flies. Leather seats in Georgia. Yeah, well done. Anyway, so, but, you know, usually I go and put the air conditioning on before I even get into a car anyway. So I did that, put the air conditioning on for like 10-15 minutes. And, well, not even that long, like 6 minutes. And it was cool. I have a panoramic roof that kind of, I press a button. Oh, it's great. And it goes, zzz, and it like takes the roof bit off. And then it's got like, a big window thing. It's massive, that goes up and then goes back, so you can open up the whole of the ceiling of the roof of the car. That's amazing. I have heated seats. Not that you need that. Well, actually, you might need that in Georgia. I bet, you know, as on the contrary to the car seats being bloody boiling in the summer, I bet they're freezing cold in the winter. So you've got seated heats. So yeah, there's seated heats. We've got really good air conditioning. What else? Oh my god, I press a button and the boot comes up automatically. It goes, I love it. I love it. What else? I can set my air conditioning individually, so the person on that chair seat can set it different to what I've got. That's really cool. I have sat nav, GPS integrated with my system. I have integrated Bluetooth. I can put my car on eco so that I can try and get better fuel, MPG. No, so the other car I had was a Nissan Xterra, and I think it was just because it was crap and old and it had done 250,000 miles. I was getting like 12 miles to the gallon. I get 32 miles to the gallon on that thing. I mean, I kid you not, I went to, where did I go? I went all the way to Lithonia Springs, which is over an hour away, to pick that car up, okay? They gave me a full tank of petrol. So I got it home. I've gone to umpteen friends. I've gone to clients. I have gone all the way to Monroe, which is about 40 minutes, and all the way back again. I have, what else have I done? I've done a ton in that car, and I've still got a quarter of a tank of fuel. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I would have been filling up that pile of rubbish, you know, after getting home from doing an hour. I mean, it's just amazing that I probably spend $350 to $400 a month on fuel. So that's, even though I've got $350 payment, it's kind of like, it doesn't balance it out, and obviously I'm paying out more because I'm still paying out on fuel, but you know, it's not as bad. Oh my god, I've got a bloody fly in here. It's not as bad as, yeah, so it's really nice. And I've got fog lights that aren't hanging off. They're not hanging out and hanging off. I have a bumper that's attached. That's always good. What else? Both the lights work. Did I say floodlights? I meant fog lights. What else? Oh, my mirrors. They're electric. Oh, so my mirrors are electric, and there is like this light that goes off when someone's in your blind spot, which is amazing. I mean, in fairness, my other car didn't even have a wing mirror because my dad smashed it off by mistake. So, you know, the fact that I have 2 wing mirrors is an upgrade anyway. And the fact that these things are, like, they move automatically. It's just great. I love it. So yeah, and it was actually cheaper than the other car, believe it or not, it was. So yeah, anyway, I'm happy. It's fine. I will find the money somehow. I mean, that's what we do, right? But I mean, it's fine. It's instead of, you know, like I said, instead of this job going onto my debts, it's now paying for the bloody car. But you know what? At least I've got a backup plan. At least I've got that. So that's exciting. So plans. I think I'm just going to surprise you all. I think I'm going to surprise you all. I am going to work. I think I want to work on some of my bigger projects. Maybe Henry VIII. I might get peonies out. Yeah, I might get peonies out. Henry VIII. I certainly want to try and get some more finished on the Peacock Love and the bookshelf, because I'm so... Oh, and also, Tan has overtaken me on... What is it? Resistance is Futile. I'm not happy. She's at like 89%, but then, you know, she's been stitching on it loads. I can't believe it. I've been stitching on it for years and I'm nowhere near that. So I'm going to stitch on that. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to overtake her. I think for what she's doing now, I don't think I'm going to catch up. But that's one thing I'm going to work on as well. Resistance is Futile. 100%, because I want to try and get another band done. So we'll see. I don't even actually, what percentage am I? Hang on one sec. Let me try and find out. Oh my God. So I think the last, I swear that she only sends me pictures to tease me. The last time that she sent me a picture, she was like, I'm at 89%. She didn't say it like that. We just have a laugh. We just have a laugh. I mean, if you can't have a laugh at stitching, what can you? It's nice to have that competition, you know, that like competitive element. I am at, oh my gosh, I'm only at 66%. I've got no chance of catching up with her. No way. Okay. Nope. That's not going to happen. But I am going to see if I can get to 70%. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get to 70%. That'd be good. I'm going to see if I can at least get another band done, finished, because I've got, some of my bands are done, and so I've got a couple of bands that, like, let me just show you. So, I don't know what that's going on up there. Maybe I just haven't finished those stitches, so I'll get on that. And then I'll finish this one, and then I'll definitely finish this one. And then I can look at this one, start looking at that one. So yeah, I'm definitely going to work on Resistance is Futile. I am going to, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about project-wise, this is the Peacock Love. I don't really know if you can see it very well. That's the Peacock Love one. And I think if you've been with me a while, you'll recognise that. So I've got, so I am at 96% on that. So I just need to smash it out. I just need to smash it out. So I'm 96% on that one. This is the other one, which, well, you can kind of see what this is going to look like completed. That's the bookshelf. And I am at 90% on that. I mean, come on, girl. You can smash these finishes. Yeah, I can work on both of those. And then the Henry VIII one. Henry VIII, Henry VIII, Henry VIII, Henry VIII. This one here. Oh, hang on. I haven't done enough of that for you to know what the goodness it's going to look like. Hang on one moment. Oh, for goodness sake. View mock-up. There we go. Henry VIII. So that's the one. So yeah, I'll work on that one. And maybe I'm going to try and see if I can get peonies. So I got 2 weeks, haven't I? So I'm not really sure if this is going to work. 2 weeks. Now the colours on that look really off. If you saw my peony, but like the colours that I'm using for my peonies, it is really beautiful. It's, yeah, the colours for that are so much softer in the peonies that I'm doing. So yeah, maybe the peonies. And I think that's enough holes, because yeah. So what's the day tomorrow? Sunday. So tomorrow I am going to work on, I have no idea, probably I'm going to work on Resistance is Futile tomorrow. I'm going to do that and all day Monday. All day Monday. And then, yeah, anyway, that's kind of what I'm going to do roughly next week and the week after. That's what I'm working on, I think. Yeah. I like the idea of doing my Christmas one as well. I missed out Christmas in July. I missed out on that one. Like, I had like a couple of months where I've not done anything. Look, I love that one. I might bring that one out as well. I don't know. The thing is about my projects is I love them all. Of course I do, because I wouldn't have bought them otherwise. So I just want to work on everything. But definitely when I do that stitching thing on the Saturday, I am only going to take one project. I'm going to work on all of that project for 4 hours. So yeah. But anyway, so that's kind of my plans. I mean, it's open, but I think that's what I want to do. And yeah, I have missed doing whip go. However, it has put so much pressure on me. Like, I was feeling the pressure big time from not keeping up to date. And you know what? I'm going to go back to 500 stitches because I don't know whether I just thought that I was just going to give up work and just spend all day stitching when I set those, you know, things to like 1,000 stitches, because I also had 4 whip go boards. I mean, really? So yes, I'm happy if I can just, you know, touch most of my projects within a year. That'd be good. Oh, and also the Bountiful bookshelf, I'm going to try and see if I can put in a few. That's the big one, and I mentioned that to one of the ladies today, that this is my biggest. It is my biggest. It's this one here. This is my biggest project, the Bountiful bookshelf. So I might just, you know, try and stick some in that one as well. But we'll see. You know, even if I do 1 or 2 threads, it's something, isn't it? You know, maybe if I do like 500 stitches in that one, that'll be something. But anyway, so I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to be back at the end of the month. So yeah, and I definitely will. I definitely feel the pressure is off when my dad's not here, because there is so much to do that I just feel like. And also the other thing as well, right, is like today, and my dad is so fit. He's so fit and healthy for a 71-year-old, but he also bloody eats healthily as well. He eats 3 meals a day. So, you know, he'll wake up at 6 o'clock, 6:30, whatever time we were starting work, because obviously being 90 degrees here, you need to start early, right? And he would have like cereal, but he would have high fiber cereal, and then he would have something at lunchtime, whatever that may be, and it may have been like a, you know, dinner left from the night before, and then we'll eat in the evening, and I'll cook, because, you know, I have to fuel him because he's working, right? Whereas me, I mean, one of his biggest bugbears is I never ate. In fact, that was one of the things he said, you need to make time to eat, because I don't really eat. And, you know, I would come in and I'd cook dinner, and, you know, I wouldn't even be hungry. I mean, I have never eaten so much than when I was with my dad, because he, you know, he always eats, right? And he eats decent portions, but he's also burning it off as well. But, you know, like tonight, I'm going to go and finish the horses. I'm going to come in and I'm going to bung a load of chicken wings in my air fryer. That's what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. That wouldn't suffice for him. He expects like a full grown meal, like a proper meal, with vegetables and, you know, the whole 9 yards. And that's why I never really had any time to stitch in the evening, because I'd come in and I'd spend an hour cooking, and then God knows how long tidying up, because my kitchen looked like World War II afterwards. And then, you know, it's like, do I want to be just doing stitching then? No, I don't. The last thing I want to do is stitching, especially when my dad's like this on the sofa. Literally, he gets to finishing his dinner, he's out, he's gone. So, you know, a lot of times I'd be like, Dad, do you want to go to bed? Do you want me to? Because his bed is a sofa. Like, I've got a sofa bed, like one of those sleep sofas. And I was like, Dad, do you want me to get out your bed so you can sleep? And he'd be like, yeah, please. I'm really tired. I think I need to go to bed now. Bless him. So then I'll take myself off to bed. But I don't really have to eat much, you know. So sometimes I eat dinner, sometimes I don't. It just depends on if I feel like doing anything, you know. So anyway, that's where a lot of my stitchy time disappeared, is making dinner. And with me having my own time now and not feeling the pressure, I can actually do as much as I like now, which is great. So, gosh, I've been on this for 54 minutes. So I am going to call off. I'm going to go and finish the horses, and then I'm going to come in, and probably, oh actually no, I need to go and pick up my kid. I forgot my Georgie, I need to pick him up. And then I'm going to do some stitching. So what I'm going to work on, I don't know. We'll see what tickles my fancy. I think I might work on, even though this wasn't even discussed, you know, there's me going, oh, you know, this is the one I want to work on. I think I want to work on the Rhapsody one, you know, with the purple, because I love this, and I absolutely love working with those threads. But yeah, so that is what I'm going to do tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to work on Thingy is Futile, Resistance is Futile, that, and Monday all day. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers guys, bye.